Welcome, MHP Rhino Nation, to another episode. Let's get dive deep into MHP's baby.
Yeah. Have you ever driven by a property, maybe a mobile home park, and just wondered who actually owns this place? Well, if you've ever hit that wall of confusing LLCs and you really don't want to shell out for those expensive data services, you are in exactly the right place. Let's dive into this DIY guide on how to unmask property owners, and we're going to do it using free public information. This is the big question, right? It's the million-dollar question for any investor, or really just anyone who's curious. You'd think it would be simple, but so often the real ownership is buried on purpose. Well, get ready, because we're about to become digital detectives and solve this exact mystery. And here's the heart of the problem we all run into. The owner is listed as something vague, like Blue Sky Properties LLC, and trying to figure out who's behind that name can feel totally impossible. Now, professional tools like Riomi are awesome, but man, they come with a hefty price tag. The good news? You don't necessarily need them. So our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to unlock the power of public records. This isn't about some secret spy stuff. It's all about knowing where to look for information that is by law available to literally everyone. That's right. There's a total goldmine of clues just sitting there on county and state government websites. And these aren't some dusty old archives in a basement anymore. They are digital databases just waiting for you. The real key is just knowing how to connect the dots. All right, so let's get into the actual process. We are going to follow the paper trail, step by step, all the way from the property's address to the person behind the curtain. It's a system, and each step is going to reveal a brand new clue. First off, let's talk about our main obstacle, the LLC, or limited liability company. It's a super common business structure, and it's designed to protect the owner's personal assets. But a side effect of that protection is that it can hide who the true owners are. But listen, hidden does not mean impossible to find. And here is our roadmap. It's a simple 5-step process. We're going to start at the county assessor's office. That's where we'll get the owner's name. Then we take that name and we jump over to the Secretary of State's website to unmask the LLC. After that, we cross-reference with property deeds and tax records to get even more clues. And finally, we'll use GIS maps, that's Geographic Information System maps, just to see the property boundaries and make sure we're looking at the right piece of land. Okay, now this is one of the most powerful pro tips in this entire process. So listen up. Pay very close attention to the mailing address in the county assessor's records. So often it's different from the property's physical address, and it can lead you straight to the owner's home or their main office. It is an absolutely crucial piece of the puzzle. Think of it this way. Each of these data sources gives you a different piece of the puzzle. The county assessor, they're going to give you the basics. The Secretary of State, that's where you unmask the LLC. The county clerk's deeds give you the legal nitty-gritty, like who the co-owners are or if there are any liens. And the tax collector, well, that can give you a hint about an owner's motivation. Like, for instance, if they're behind on their payments. Okay, so you've done it. You followed the paper trail, you pierced the corporate veil, and you have a name. So, now what? The next step is all about turning that name into a direct line of communication. This is where a few pretty low-cost online tools come in handy. Skip tracing services are designed for exactly this, finding phone numbers and email addresses. Many are super affordable or even have free basic searches. And hey, don't underestimate a simple search on LinkedIn or Google. You would be absolutely shocked what you can find once you have a name and a city. Now, this next part is incredibly important. When you find this information, it gives you a certain amount of power. But with that power comes responsibility. How you use it is what separates a professional from, well, a pest. So let's talk about the right way to do outreach. The most crucial thing here is to just be professional. Do be clear and direct about why you're contacting them. Do respect their privacy. And please don't misuse public data. Keeping all your research organized, that shows you're serious and you're not wasting their time. A clear, respectful approach is always going to get you the best results. So we've walked through the whole process, from a simple address all the way to a person's name and even a strategy for how to contact them. You now have a seriously powerful new skill. So I guess the only question left is, now that you have the ability to find the real decision makers, what kind of opportunities will you uncover?